Hey guys, how's it going? Today, I wanted to share with you something that I was interested in, and it is fantastic. It is awesome, and so I just had to take time to share it with you. And that is this DVD. Now, I'm going to have a link in this down there, down below in the comments, so that you can order this if you want to. But it is awesome. The name of this video is Binding the Strongman by Benefiel. And he is a preacher in Kansas, I believe. And this is what it looks like. And that is just, I mean, it is just really neat. There's 3 CDs on this, or DVD, whatever it is. And the first one mainly talks about Baal, and Baal is another name form of Beelzebub. So the first CD he gives a lot of information about Baal. There's a lot of names on Baal. In the second one, he has a divorce decree from Baal, which is really it's actually pretty good. And the last one is a writ of assistance for to petition God for help from the angels. Alright, you don't pray to angels, but to God. Okay. Awesome. Just awesome. Now the name, Binding the Strongman, he gets from Matthew 12, and starting at 24. Okay. And this is what it says. And when the Pharisees heard it, they said, "This fellow does not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of devils." All right. And Jesus knew their thoughts and said unto them, "Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And if Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore they shall be your judges. But I cast out devils by the Spirit of God. Then the kingdom of God is come unto you. Or else how can one enter a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he spoil his house?" And then right underneath that is pretty strong. "He that is not with me is against me, and he that does not gather, who gathers not, scattereth abroad." So that's pretty strong. But anyway, that's the strong man he's talking about, is Baal, Beelzebub. Okay, and this is it's in the same thing as what he was talking about, is Beelzebub. Okay, and a lot of information. I think it's just a lot of good information. Some of the things that he went over, I found out a little bit more information in depth. Okay, and so for me it was a little bit, it was great. I loved it. One of the things that he says, in I think in disc 2, is that Nimrod, okay, the Tower of Babel and all that, that him and his wife, the queen, when Nimrod died, his wife declared him Baal. So he worshipped Baal. Nimrod worshipped Baal. But when he died, he became Baal, is what it is. So he's actually worshipped in that way. And Baal, and in that way, with Nimrod, they affixed the sun god to him. So Nimrod, Baal, the sun god, that's where it started. And that's the first sun worship recording, okay, is Nimrod, Baal coming up, and every morning and be out there. So anyway, So that was, that's, wow, that's pretty interesting. And in America, they found petroglyphs that they've dated, like, which are pictures, that in caves that they've dated to 3000 BC. So I mean, from Egypt, written from people from Egypt, and they're basically claiming this land. But this is the thing. There were people here. You can't claim something that's someone else's. That's why the Native American, and I'm Indian, by the way, I'm Shawnee Native American. You can't claim something that's already someone else's. They were not the first people here. So, anyway, they have those petroglyphs, and he goes over that in the thing, and it's really good. And I'm going to put a link to that as well. Now, the reason I mentioned Nimrod is I found some other things about Nimrod, that's connected, believe it or not, with the Illuminati. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I get this from, and I'm going to put this link down there so you can just click it, from Fritz Springmeier's Undetectable Mind Control. Okay, he writes about that. He writes a lot about the Illuminati and the mind control. But on that one, it's pretty big. The thing, if you go to the timeline at 2523, is when he mentions their connection. And what he mentions is that the Rothschilds trace their lineage all the way back to Nimrod. Okay? And so that's surprising. Wow. However, there's another one, and that's Fritz Springmeier. John Todd, which is, he was, and this is the thing about Fritz Springmeier, is he wrote a number of different books on the Illuminati, like Bloodlines of the Illuminati and things like that. And he actually wrote a book, Undetectable Mind Control. John Todd was actually in the Illuminati, became born again, and this is in the early 70s. He has a few audio tapes, because they don't have video. They didn't have a video on him back then. There's only a few of them before he pretty much disappeared. But he was in Illuminati, became born again, and started talking out about this. And that was before people knew too much about the Illuminati. But he was in it, and he speaks a lot about it. And one of the things that he does, and this is explains the Illuminati. John Todd explains the Illuminati, part 2 of 8, on 1 minute and 33 seconds in. He talks about the Rothschilds, and he mentioned that the Rothschilds are part of it, but they're actually worshipped as God by the people that are around him. Which is, wow, I didn't know that, so I found that out. A couple of these mentioned to, Fritz Springmeier mentions the Rothschilds. One of them, he says that they've interbred with demons. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to put those links down there for you. One of the things when I was in college way back when, I happened to read, I wanted to read like classics. So I read, I started reading this, and I quit after a while. But the first part I read it's called, by Hobbes, Leviathan. Okay. Now, I think Hobbes was even excommunicated for writing about this. I don't know. But I read the beginning, like the preface of it, and then after that I'm just like, I don't want to read anymore. But in the preface, he describes Leviathan. And basically what he describes Leviathan is a corporation. Okay? So, that's what he describes Leviathan as. There are people who are embodied the right hand and the left hand and stuff like that. And which is what we have now, corporation. A corporation can own property, corporation can own vehicles, corporation can write checks, corporation can sue. Basically, it's a personage that is not a person. Okay, and that's what he says that basically Leviathan is, this dragon, is it's a being that is a bunch of beings, it's a corporation of people, but it's actually not one specific person. And that is interesting because of this connection with the Rothschilds and Nimrod. Because then you can see the, coming through the centuries, this group of evil people. So, anywho, I think that's it right now. I'll try to get back with you guys later. Thanks for watching.